Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a fairly small unboxing. I just have two packages, one of which I've actually already opened, so that part will be very quick. This one, I'll show you what was in it first, and then I'll show you the big one. This is a slab, so it's pretty cool. Hopefully, I'm not sure what's in it. I'm not sure which slab it is, but the little unboxing, the little one, actually had some pretty cool comics in it that I felt like I should show. It was just a set that I bought. If you know me, I like collecting certain specific artists. I like Dave Stevens' art, and I like Alex Schomburg's art, and L.B. Cole, and a whole bunch of famous artists from the Golden Age. But another modern artist that I like is Bruce Timm. And the artwork that I really enjoy is his detective noir stuff. I just really like these covers. I really like his kind of cartoony yet sexy covers. So this is an example. All Crime Comics #1. And this is the back. It's just like, but it looks like, it looks very beaten up if you look, but it's actually mint condition. They were trying to make it look like an old pulp magazine, so I thought that was kind of cool. So that's #1, and here's #2. So I just bought the whole set. So it's all Crime Comics 1, 2, and 3, and Bruce Timm did all the covers. I'll show you the back as well. And these, they're fairly pricey. Bruce Timm, like, there's a bunch of people that collect his stuff. These are all from 2012. And there's the third one. You can see the back is kind of nice too. But I just like his sort of cartoony good girl art style. I actually bought several of Bruce Timm's art books because I do really enjoy his artwork. I actually read the stories inside. It doesn't really have his artwork inside. The stories are so-so. They're not bad, actually. I wouldn't say they're bad or anything. It's just not as good as the artwork. I really like his artwork on the cover. So yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. Okay, so next thing is the big box. And when I'm doing these smaller unboxings, I know people like my bigger unboxings where I sort of spend some time unboxing stuff. But at least with these smaller ones, I can spend a little bit more time getting into the individual comics. Like sometimes when I do these big unboxings where I'm literally taking out hundreds of books and hundreds of potentially awesome books, I don't really get into describing the comics as much as I would love to. I'd really like to explain the whole reason why I bought the comic, and a little bit more than what you get where I'm just flashing through comic after comic, and you don't really get to see the reasoning for why I bought or learn the reason for why that comic is even worth buying. This one, I might need my knife. One sec. This one's got some pretty good bubble wrap going on. I have a feeling I know what it is. Just once I saw the package, I realized what it is. Oh yeah. Okay. This bubble wrap's pretty tough. Well bubble wrapped. So they did a good job of bubble wrapping this comic. And this is a key comic. Not necessarily something that's hot or anything like that. It's not something that most people will chase after or anything like that. But it actually has a bit of a story behind it. Now that I got it out. It's this one. Batman 359. And if you look, it's actually kind of a cool comic. It is Killer Croc. It's his first cover appearance. And then you got the Rogues Gallery. You got like the Riddler and Scarecrow. And I'm not sure. Maybe that's Two-Face. I'm not sure if that's Two-Face or not. And then we got Penguin and Joker. I'm not sure who he is either. So you can tell me below who that is. But just a really great first cover appearance, I should say, of Killer Croc. So I like Killer Croc. Like I'm probably one a very rare person out there that liked the Suicide Squad first movie. I really enjoyed the first Suicide Squad movie. Maybe not the end of the movie, but I really did enjoy lots of the parts of the movie. I didn't like the bad guys that much, but I actually liked the little bit of story behind some of the characters. And I kind of liked Killer Croc. I thought he was kind of a cool character. So I was quite happy to get this one. The reason I bought this though wasn't necessarily just because of Killer Croc. I was actually watching Jerry the Jitterbug's channel, and Jerry, when I talk on Instagram a few times, and I comment in his videos, he comments on my videos, and you got to check out his channel. His stuff that he's doing is really brilliant. He does a lot of restoration. And when I say restoration, I mean not restoration where you're going to get the blue label, but he'll actually take a blue label book and try to get it to be a blue label. I should say a purple label book, and he'll make it a blue label. He'll help like remove the restoration that was on it, so he restores the restoration, if that makes any sense. And then what he'll do is he'll either get a blue label or a conserved label, where he actually does professional restoration to a point where it gets that conserved label, which is I could never do that myself. I could never I never want to experiment on my comics, but I can really appreciate somebody that takes that time and has the patience that he does, and his true experimental kind of attitude. So he does all this stuff and he restores those books and he just makes them look awesome again. And he makes them so that they could be read again. That's the other cool thing he does. So a lot of his videos are about restoration or conservation, I should say. But he also did one video where he was talking about all of his slabbed Batman comics. And one of the comics he showed was this one. So it made me think, wow, why don't I have that in my collection? It's a really great first appearance of a kind of a, not a major character, but kind of a cool character, a character that I like. So it made me kind of inspired to go out and purchase this. And it wasn't expensive or anything. It's not like I spent millions of dollars. It was just less than, like, I think it was like $70 or something like that. It wasn't really expensive. So I just thought it was kind of cool. So, yeah. So the cool thing is, though, this is another topic I kind of wanted to bring up, is this idea of cover appearances. So it's something that I've been thinking about a lot, and I'm going to actually do a video later, or I might have already done, but based on when I post this, I'm not sure if I'm going to post it before or after this, but I've been thinking about this concept of the slab. And what happens nowadays is people are slabbing their books. They will slab their books more often than not nowadays. Like if they have some hot book, they'll get it slabbed. And that makes me think, well, what happens, if the character doesn't actually appear on that cover? Or if the cover's kind of lame, but it's a first appearance, but it's a lame first appearance. Like I'm looking at you back there, Strange Tales. Strange Tales 110. I hate the cover. I really don't like the cover of Strange Tales 110. But it's the first Doctor Strange, so it's a cool book. But it doesn't even have Doctor Strange on the cover. A much cooler book is, Strange Tales 169. Much cooler. And, it's, that's the thing that I think people are going to be starting to gravitate to first cover appearances. And I think that's something that, that if you haven't sort of, seen these books as being a little bit under the radar, there's so much potential for really great comics that people haven't picked up and haven't really spiked in price, that do feature characters' first appearances on the cover. Doctor Strange is a good example. He doesn't make his first cover appearance, like some people say it's like FF 26 or is 27, one of those two, where he makes that first full cover appearance. He's a floating head in a different one. I think Strange Tales 118, somewhere around there. You can comment below. I know I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure of the numbers, but it's in that range. But the point is, those first cover appearances are what people are going to be seeking, because they will want to see that character on the cover that they're collecting. So I really do think there's a huge potential for buying slabbed versions of the first appearance. So that's just something I've been thinking about. I'm going to actually make a video where I show some various cover first appearances, and really showcase some of the best in that. Another really good example for me was, if you look up there, I have All Stars #8. That's the first appearance of Wonder Woman. I think the cover is actually kind of cool, but it's not a Wonder Woman cover. It wasn't until I got Sensation Comics #1 that I felt really that I had Wonder Woman's first appearance. And as I said, it's that cover appearance that really does make it, because once you get it slabbed, you can't see the interior, so it doesn't mean as much. But seeing that cover really does make a difference. So I'd love to hear people's feedback about cover appearances. What do you think? Do you collect first appearances, or do you prefer to collect those cover appearances? I think in the future, more people are going to gravitate to those cover appearances. And when I do my video, so first Doctor Strange cover, actually it was FF 27, I do remember. But I think when, as time goes on, as people buy more slabs, definitely that cover appearances will go up in value, and maybe will be actually worth more than the first appearance, because it doesn't appear on the cover. A good example of that is, I believe, Scarecrow. I mentioned him earlier. His first appearance, I think, is in what's it called? The one where they're playing baseball. World's Finest. Okay. He makes his first appearance there, but it's not a cover appearance. His cover appearance, which is in either Detective or Batman, I'm not sure which one. I know what it looks like. I think it's in Detective. Is a strong cover appearance. It's like a really cool cover, and that goes for more than the first appearance. And you can see that a lot, where people will gravitate to those first cover appearances. So a huge potential for those to go up over time, and I just think it's a huge opportunity. I think something that, if you're really trying to collect, something that you should look into. So what do you think? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, do all that stuff, and talk to you later. Bye.